So you have probably seen parabolic SAR, those dots above and below the price. And it often seems like, oh, the dots flipped. That means an entry. But in practice, some traders catch trends with it very confidently, while others get a series of false signals in a flat market. Today, we'll break down parabolic SAR calmly and to the point. So what it shows, how to read the dots, and why it works better in a trend. And then we will reinforce this in a practical part with traits based on the same rules. Parabolic SAR is a stop and reverse indicator. It visually marks the trending movement and the moments when the price crosses the indicator level. So on the chart, it looks like a series of dots. The dots below the price usually accompany an upward movement. Dots above the price indicate a downward movement. When the dots switch to the other side, it hints at a possible change in direction or at very least a change in the movement regime. Parabolic SAR accelerates and catches up with the price, so in a trend this is a great. It helps you stay in the direction of the movement. But in a flat market, the dots will flip often because the price constantly crosses the SAR level. In binary options, this is especially painful because we don't have a stop loss. We cannot wait it out. We either hit the timing or we don't. So therefore, the first rule, parabolic SAR works only when the market is moving directionally. In binary options, we do not need a long trailing, but a clear timing for the next few candles. The entry is read like this. It's a call. It means up. Yep, we want the dots to be under the price. And after the pullback, the dots should again pick up the upward movement. So the put down, dots above the price. So after a pullback, the dots confirm the downward movement again. But I almost never enter simply on the first flip. I need confirmation that this is not the random noise. A trend filter, the necessary, guys. So to make parabolic SAR more stable, just add a simple trend filter. So the two most understandable options are, so the first option, the moving average, MA or EMA. So if the price is above EMA, we only work with call trades. And if the price is below EMA, we only work with put trades. So this removes half of the bad trades because you stop entering against the main movement. So the second option, ADX. So if ADX is low, is meaning that the market is without a trend, right? So it's better not to touch parabolic SAR at all. If ADX is above the working zone, then parabolic SAR signals become high quality. And in binaries, this is really a must-have. So a filter is needed so you do not trade the chop. Expiration must match the time frame. So I use a very simple logic. If the chart is 1 minute, the expiration time is usually 2 or 3 candles, about 2-3 minutes, yep. So if the chart is 5 minutes, the expiration time is 2-3 candles, about 10-15 minutes. And on OTC, I try to be even more careful, guys. So fewer trades are better, but only when the market is actually moving because the noise is higher. Why? Parabolic SAR shows a change or confirmation of momentum, and we need, guys, time for the market to complete the movement, not close on a random pullback. Before every trade, I say short checklist. So first, market format. So the trend or the flat just by visual plus EMA or ADX filter. The second, direction. So is the price above or below EMA? And the third, parabolic SAR. So are the dots on the correct side? So was there a clear flip after the pullback? And the fourth, confirmation candle. So is there a normal reaction? The fifth, expiration time. So 2-3 candles from the current time frame. And if at least one point doesn't match, I skip the trade. So in binaries, skipping is also a strategy. It is important to reminder and just to remember, parabolic SAR is a lagging indicator, and in a flat market, it will make mistakes more often. So it also doesn't like sharp news and chaotic volatility. There is the dot can flip too often. So therefore, the best use in binary options is training sessions plus a filtering plus discipline with expiration time. Well, we covered that theory. Now we move to the practice, and I will open several trades and say the checklist out loud. So the market regime, the filter, the parabolic SAR, dots, and the expiration time. So let's go. So let's move on to the practical part. And guys, I already conducted a detailed analysis on the daily market, and overall we have a good volatility today. So already recorded the one part, the theoretical part about the ADX indicator, and everything turned out well, and the practical part too. But today we're working with parabolic SAR, yep. And as usual, I trade with a 3 minutes expiration time and analyze the market on the 1 minute time frame. The first trade will be open for $50, and if the first trade closes at a loss, we will open additional trades, but hopefully that won't be necessary. So let's go and add our indicators. So these are the dots we talked about earlier. So let's slightly change the visual because I'm leaving the settings as a default, and for my trading style, that works perfectly. I'll change the color and size of the dots so they look clearer. For a more precise entry point, I will add one more indicator. It will be the MI, moving average. By the way, guys, if you want to study in detail how just the MA works, yep, there is already a video tutorial about this indicator on my channel. So I'll also leave the link here below this video. So now we need to configure our moving average. So we'll set the period to 20 and use EMI also. Yeah, we'll change the visual of this indicator. So let's make the line this size and press save. So this is what our indicator setup looks like. And as soon as I find a suitable entry point, I will resume the video. And for now, we begin the analysis and start trading finally. Yep, I will also interact with you and apply technical analysis. So let's get started. So let's stop at this currency pair, guys. Canadian dollar, yep. CAD and CHF, yep. And with the appearance of a new candle, in about 15 seconds, I'm gonna open a buy trade for 3 minutes, and then we'll move on to more detailed analysis. Well, it was very strong pullback. But here we have the first point indicating possible trend change. But at the moment, it's only the appearance of it, so there is no confirmation yet. And in general, we'll also have this green rectangle. I marked it as a support area level for this price corridor. And for now, we still have good potential to open an additional trade. And to analyze the trade in more detail, let's first look at the movement of this trend more globally. Yep. First, let's switch to 5 minutes time frame. And here we can see that we currently have a confident upward trend. That was a pullback in the dynamics, and the pullback has already ended, and the price on the 5 minute time frame moved above the moving average, which is very important. And here I marked the global high with an orange line. But if we look closely, we can see that the price has already moved above that high, so we do not need to worry about a sharp reversal of the movement. So let's look at this movement even more detail, yeah, and switch to the 10 minutes time frame. So here we have just a small sideways, yeah, the flat. And in other words, the price is moving both up and down, but overall it doesn't show a clear trend on the 10-minute time frame. And we understand that this is still far from a peak point. Earlier we can see that the price easily moved beyond these levels. So from a more detailed analysis, this entry option suits me well. So let's return to the 1 minute time frame, and I'll explain you the entry point in more global way. So, but first, let's wait for the trade to close, and then and then just we will talk a bit more about it. And guys, we have about 20 seconds left, and the trade will most likely close in profit unless the current candle shows an even stronger impulse. And the trade closed in profit, so great. Guys, now let's analyze the entry uh, in more detail. Yep. At the moment, when the trade was open, these dots had not appeared yet, so I didn't pay attention to them. So overall, we see that there was pullback in dynamic, and after that, the price turned again and moved upward along the trend. So we have an upward trend, as you remember. Parabolic is traded only in trend movement. So next, we saw the crossing of our moving average, which is also important. And after that, the price showed only upward movement. So it didn't go lower except for the small crossing and minor pullback. So possibly some strong player entered the market and bought positions, and the candle just pulled back slightly. But overall, nothing critical happened. Also, we had a support area here which could have been used for additional trade, and based on this analysis, the decision was made to open a buy position. And also, here we again see the appearance of toes below the price and the price movement upward, which once again shows us an upward trend. Yep. So there are already three touch dots, and as I mentioned at the beginning, we do not rely on these dots directly. And after analyzing the higher time frame and looking even overall price dynamics on this asset, this decision was made, in general, the first trade closed in profit without any problems, and no additional trades were required. So, guys, I think everything turned out to be clear. I explained in detail why I chose this entry point. And once again, I want to say that trading with this indicator should be done just only during trending movements, the trend directions. For example, in situations like this, the same applies to opening sell trade. So there was nothing particularly complicated here. Yep. You can also draw a horizontal line, and here we seem to have a relatively good touch point. Yeah, there is a small touch, so it was very good trade. So I probably won't continue trading further because everything has already been explained in detail. But guys, if you have any questions, be sure to ask them in the comments under this video, right? So I always reply to everyone. And if you would like to just see a complete trading strategy using this indicator, also write the word strategy in the comments and we'll trade it. Yep, so just to speak. So thank you all of you for watching this podcast. Once again, I hope that I explained everything in detail. So this is how parabolic SAR works specifically for binary options. So we didn't catch every flip, but selected only the training regime, added a filter, and set the expiration time according to the logic of 2-3 candles. So if you follow this sequence, guys, trading becomes much more consistent. So thanks all of you for watching. And if you want to trade in similar sessions in a private community with me and my team, you know where to find me. So all the necessary contact links are in the description under this video, guys. So just message me there. See you soon. Bye.